Hello my friends, and wait till you hear this recipe I'm going to make today. So we've all had, green bean casserole at the holidays, right? Everybody makes it. Everybody pops those cans of cream soup. Well, did you know that it's actually a vintage recipe and they didn't use Campbell's cream soup? So I'm going to show you the vintage way to make it. Once you have it this way, you'll never go back. So let's get started. Okay, let's turn on this skillet pan. And we're going to add to this, we're going to add in 1 tablespoon of butter. You can chop up either a small shallot or a small onion. So it comes out to probably about close to a half a cup of chopped onion and 1 cup of sliced mushrooms. Now we're going to saute these up, but we're going to almost bring them to being caramelized. So let me get these going. Alrighty, once your onions and mushrooms are caramelized, we're going to remove them from the pan. We're going to reserve them right over here onto another dish. And we're not even going to wipe out this pan. We want to keep it with the flavoring right in it. And we're going to put it right back onto the stove. And we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of flour. And you got it. We're going to make a roux. So if you've never made one, it's just flour and butter. So we need to let this butter melt down, and we're going to stir this up and make a roux. Now, once we have our roux, now we're going to add in 1.5 cups of milk, and we're going to constantly stir this until it starts to thicken, which won't take long. Once that's good and hot and starts to thicken, you want to turn the heat off, and we're going to add in a half a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. And we're going to go ahead and melt this in. We're going to also add in just a dash of salt and a dash of pepper. And we're going to stir this around and let that cheese melt. This is going to be so delicious. Once we have all those ingredients, we're going to reintroduce our caramelized onions and mushrooms. And we're going to also add in 4 strips of pre-cooked bacon. I cooked these up ahead. And you want to cut it up into like bite-sized pieces. And we're going to mix this all together. Now we're going to add in 1/2 a can of, now of course back then they would make their own fried onion rings, but you want to use 1/2 a can of whatever, these are Trader Joe's, but use, French's or whatever ones you like, and add in 1/2 the can. And we're going to go ahead and stir that in as well. Once that's thoroughly mixed, you want to add in a 16-ounce package of frozen cut string beans. So you're going to go ahead and mix those in, and we're going to mix this all together. Make sure everything gets well coated. Once you have it all combined and it's all mixed together evenly and well coated, you want to transfer it to your baking dish. Now, if you're having, a big crowd of people, you can double this recipe. This is so good, and it makes an amazing leftover. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, we're going to top it with the other half of the can of the fried onion rings and let it cook for another 15 minutes, and then it'll be done. Tasty taste time. It'll be so, so delicious. Now, doesn't that look good? This is going to be so much better than that one that you're used to. I promise. Oh my gosh, I wish you could smell this. Oh, amazing, amazing. Let me serve some up, and I'm going to let it cool for a minute so we don't burn our mouths. And then we will have Megan come and do a tasty taste. So I'm telling you, you have it this way. I mean, does that look good? And you will never, never, ever make this with Campbell's soup again or whatever brand you use. I'm telling you, this is like the best. Make a big pan. That's what I'm saying. Make a big pan, especially if there's a couple of you. So, all right, I'll see you in just a minute for the taste test.